What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome back to my Jules Bianchi season. First of all, I just want to address my lack of uploads recently. That's solely down to the Euros, and now the group stage is over. I'll be uploading more frequently, but I'll be aiming to complete this season and my F1 2010 Season 2 before F1 2016 comes out, so don't worry about that. But this one is the Hungarian Grand Prix, and I don't think we've scored points for a few races now, so I'm kind of craving a points finish, but I don't think it's going to happen here. I mean, at the start of the lap, we're already in 22nd, and I didn't even make a mistake in the first corner, so yeah, it's going to take a monumental effort to get up the grid, and actually at the moment we're in 15th. We had a bit of a shaky moment there, taking a bit too much curb, but the lap's improving. It's getting slightly better, though we're down to 17th at this point, so come to the line. Where are we going to end up? We could do with a decent grid spot, as it is notoriously difficult to overtake around the Hungaro ring. I think that's how you say it. But there we go. Session over, and Hamilton's just taken pole from Rosberg again, which seems to happen every race, qualifying session, and then Rosberg takes most of the wins. So if we look further down, where are we? 17th. Yeah, not too shabby, but obviously we'll be looking to do a lot better, especially into turn 1, make up a load of positions there. And yeah, it's kind of a standard order for this season. So, race day, no rain, and we're just going to go straight for the option tyres. Dive bomb into turn 1, dive bomb into turn 2, and make up a load of positions. So here we go, getting ready. It's quite a long run for us this far back. 5 lights and away we go. That's a nice plane in the sky, but yeah, we could do with a much better start than that. So we're going to try and force this Caterham to the inside to put him off. Where we're kind of stuck here. We can't go for the dive bomb. Look at Sutil go flying up the inside. We're going to squeeze the Caterham on the inside. We're going to go past Grosjean, a bit of oversteer, but the traction's not too bad. Up to 16th, amazingly, even though we got boxed in. Up the inside of Sutil. This is risky. He does see us on the primes as well, so we get the move done. On the back of Kvyat, these cars are pretty slow. We could get a decent run, but no, we have to back out there. And now we're boxed in once again. We haven't positioned our car the best here, but going slightly off the track to make the move stick. No one saw that, so we're up to 14th. And we're going to go for a cheeky move up the inside into the chicane. I usually do here, and I do go for it, breaking late, trying to avoid Perez. Up to 13th, taking way too much curve there. We need to make sure we don't do that anymore. That's been a solid start, and hopefully we can keep with the pack ahead. And closing on the top 10, it's going to be very tricky. And especially when you have straight line speed like this. I remember I used this setup for my Pastor Maldonado season. I had no pace in a straight line at all, and I totally forgot about that before this race when I picked the setup. So we've got no straight line speed. So the middle sector is going to be key. I think Vern's going for it here, and we made slight contact and we've gone wide. He's kind of pushed us wide, but we don't crash into the wall or anything. We lose a bit of time to Perez, and I'm not feeling confident about seeing Perez again as the gap totally widens, but a bit of a mistake there. Vern's putting the pressure on once again. We are defending into turn 4 here. Is it turn 4? I swear every time I say a turn I just make it up unless it's turn 1 or 2. But we defend from him there, but yeah, it looks like we're going to be battling the Toro Rossos here because we don't have the pace to keep up with Perez. You can see on the mini-map the gap's quite big now, and even the group ahead of us are dropping away from the top 10, so yeah, defending from Vern here, we're fighting for 13th, but we want a fun video, fun race, and there's pride in this season, especially for Jules Bianchi, his name, and he's defending very well here from Vern. Clearly Vern is in a much faster car, but with a better driver, and we're going to defend from the Toro Rosso, though he is hanging around the outside, which will turn to the inside, and we keep the position from going off the track again. Once again, you did not see that. But coming on to the start-finish straight for the end of lap 5. And are we? Yes, Vern's going for it again, but we defend too late, so he gets the inside line. We're trying to force him to the inside so he doesn't get a great entry into turn 1. We thought about switchback, but we were just a bit too close. He doesn't get great traction, actually. We actually just out-traction someone in this Marussia, so up the inside. We should defend this, but no, Vern's hanging around the outside very nicely. We're going to squeeze around. Well, no, we're not. He's got the inside once again, but we get the run, and we should have the inside line for turn 4 here. That actually is turn 4. I'm pretty sure of that. I've got the mini-map in my mind, though it is in front of me, so that's pretty stupid. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's turn 4. I should come into these videos a bit more prepared. But yeah, Vern's going for it once again, showing his great straight line speed, of course, compared to us. And we're actually doing a great job defending here. I think we have the pace advantage in the middle sector, but... Oh, this is a risky move, wow! Yeah, you didn't see that one either. That was a very desperate lunge. It was the type of lunge where, yeah, Vern, don't get away from me, and that's the only opportunity I'm going to have to keep you behind me. But Ricciardo's pitted, and he's incredibly slow. I was thinking the prime tyres definitely aren't working well on his car, so we easily get past him. I don't know what that's all about. So from that, you'd think the primes are not going to work very well. So I actually stretched this stint out a little bit. I was scheduled to pit, I think it was at the end of this lap, so I did stretch it for another lap, hoping the other cars would pit and I'd go for the overcut. So we're coming in now. Most cars didn't pit actually, so me and Vern are actually pitting at the same time here. Going on to the prime tyres, and hopefully we're going to have a good stop, but Vern looks very close. This has got Vern jumping me written absolutely all over the cover, all the pages, and the back of the book. So I've got a feeling we're going to drop behind the Toro Rosso. Come on, we need a quick stop, guys. We'll look for... Oh, there we go. It's happened. There we go. If we don't get Vern early, we're probably not going to see him again. So yeah, we need to get as close as possible to him. We come out just ahead of Grosjean. So the undercut has not worked for him. I'm guessing the prime tyres don't work around here, based on Ricciardo's car. But we're actually stuck with Vern pretty decently. And if we get a good run here, we could go for an attack. As Vern seems to be a little bit slow here, which gives us a shot into the chicane. And I love a dive bomb into the chicane, and I'm definitely going to go for it. Going for it, and up the inside, no contact. Fantastic move there. Very happy with that, and we're up to 13th. And Ricciardo's in 12th. I don't know what's up with him. And you'll see here, he's definitely got a problem. It's not the prime tyres at all. He must have like an ERS failure or something to do with the power unit, because this is a simple overtake. He's dropping down the field like a stone, and that's us up into 12th, even though he tries to outbrake us and go around the outside, which is never going to work. And he loses a position to Vern as well. So the battle is now for 12th with Vern, and Kvyat's actually pretty close behind us, so could be a very intense battle with these Toro Rossos, and you can see it now coming on to the penultimate lap. Vern's going to go for it, he's on the inside, Kvyat's on our left as well. We're going to have to dive into turn 1 to fight back. And Kvyat, this is going to be very tricky. 3 wide through turn 1. We've got to watch Vern on the inside. Got to watch Kvyat on the outside. I don't know. Vern's actually dropped back there. Kvyat's going for it. Are we going to go around the outside here? I think we might go for a bit of a switchback, because he might go deep and we turn in too early. Lose control on the curb. Make slight contact, and yeah, that cutback didn't really work there. But 13th. We need to try and stick with Kvyat here. We need a good run to get him into the... chicane, but no, we got too much understeer there. Our tyres are going off, and actually we've used far too much fuel by accident, and yeah, it's looking pretty tricky for the final lap. I'm trying to use rich mix to go for the overtake on Kvyat, then save fuel, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen because our car is sliding all over the shop. The traction isn't great there as we try and get Kvyat, but it's not looking good. And yeah, we just couldn't keep up with them. We did save fuel for the rest of the lap, and it actually went down very quickly. Definitely track for fuel, but this is going to be very close with Vern, because we're still on minus 0.2, 0.3, 4. Oh god, we're going to run out of fuel, are we, before the line? So we've got to block Vern coming to the line. Can we do it? Can we defend our 13th? Going to the finish line, where is he? Let's have a look. We're going to block him, and we've done it. Bit of a moral victory there, even though we get no points again. It's annoying, but what can we do in this car? I'm sure next time out Spa as well, but that's one to look forward to. In this race, Hamilton did beat Rosberg, so that's a bit of a surprise, and we'll obviously close up the drivers' standings. And look at that, 8th and 9th, both McLarens. So Button's closed in on me. McLaren probably have taken over us in the Constructors as well. We finished 13th, and there's confirmation that Ricciardo had a problem there, finishing 3rd from last. So we'll have a quick look at the driver standings, and if you look at us, Button has closed to within 9 points. So the battle goes on at the top as well between the two Mercedes. Rosberg has the advantage at the moment, but Hamilton has closed in. Into the constructors, I think McLaren will be ahead of us now. And yes, they are by 6 points, but I'm desperate for that 5th place. So next race is Spa. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see Spa, and I'll catch you next time out. Goodbye.